Are you ready for it? Dun, 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 dun. What do you want? I don't think that's the words, by the way. Bow, 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 bow. What? What? Oh, I'm laughing at this smash pad. Not that one.
Not that one, but I kinda like it.
That one? No. Mate. Yeah. I'm giving myself a fucking round of applause. Hello, this is the Tequila Hour. My name is Amanda. It is 9:14 p.m. 12th March 2024 in Sydney. Not from the Forge. I'm out and about. I'm actually recording this in the Hilton, Sydney. Yep, I'm going to wait. Yes. Yep. It's true. I can take a photo for evidence if you don't fucking believe me. Mate, I'm loving it. I've decided now that I'm sitting here and I'm just in a normal chair and I have everything on a a random side table, and I have a massive TV to my left. To the front, I'm looking out at the phenomenal view that is the city of Sydney. If you are not from Australia, the Hilton is located across from the Queen Victoria building. An iconic building, may I say, I'll spit it out. I can't talk. An iconic building. And basically where I'm sitting at the moment, I'm relaxing in a chair. I'm not sitting on a drum stool for something different. But I'm just looking out at the beautiful bright lights of the city of Sydney. And may I say, I'm fucking inspired. I'm loving it. And I wasn't quite sure how this would go. It took me maybe at least half an hour to set this system up so I could actually record and then hear what I sounded like, or how I sounded, I should say, sounded back. And yeah, I did it, sorted it out. Yeah, I'm going to do it again. Yeah. Mate, I'm having a cracker. Yeah.
All right. Yes.
When I say to you, I had this idea to do this recording, I don't know, maybe a bit over a month ago, and lining it up with being in Sydney because I was going to be here for a presentation relating to my work, which I have alluded to in previous podcasts. And to say to you right now, I'm sitting in a city suite in the Hilton, feeling like a rich bitch, looking out the window, looking at the glorious city view, and mate, yeah, I'm just happy. And I'm pretty stoked with myself because, yeah, I've got all the tools I need to now know I can do it, even though it took a little bit finagling. But yeah, I have all the tools I need to pretty much set up this podcast any fucking place I want to set it up. So, mate, I'm going to do this again. I'm feeling it. I'm loving it. And yeah, I hope you love it too. So, this is just, I don't know, this is just going to be a catch up. My last podcast I did was on Sunday, the Sunday just gone. And in that podcast, I'm straight into it. Just bye. So, yeah, if you want to grab a drink, grab a snack, mate, this could be a long one. We're at 9:18. Just so you know, I'm actually drinking tequila this evening. We can talk about that in a second. Yeah, I'm just feeling it. So, grab yourself a drink and a snack if you require. Yeah, just sit back and listen to my voice and listen to me warble on. And yeah, let's go back a couple of steps. Like I said, Sunday did a podcast. Well, I did one on Saturday. I also did one on Sunday. Sunday was, yeah, it was a powerful one for me. I talked about on Saturday manifestation and what that looks like and explain a little bit about that in reference to the new moon in Pisces. By and by. And then on Sunday, I talked about forgiveness. And may I say, it aligned with a manifestation. I don't know, I suppose you could call it a ritual for the use of a better word. But like I mentioned, I truly did surrender. I wrote down a couple of things. I truly did surrender to the fact that I just need to forgive, basically. Not forget. I'm not forgetting. But just to forgive. And it's interesting because I truly felt I mentally felt, if you could feel mentally, is that such a thing? It is to me. I really felt physically and mentally a shift. I don't know if it's because I was purposeful in what I was manifesting or wanting to surrender to, or the fact that I just let shit out, or it could be all of the above. But I could say to you that, I don't know, I just had a shift. I felt a shift in my mind and in my body for the better. So, yeah, Monday rolled in, was at work. I don't know, I did a couple of things that you could say I would have just normally just gone, no, I'm not doing that. Mindful of literally doing a podcast about forgiveness the day previously. And yeah, I felt comfortable putting those things into place and I felt better for it. Also, I don't know, being aware of the fact that I was doing a presentation for work, which was today, fell on today, and that I was coming to Sydney and I was staying in Sydney and I was staying in Sydney on my own and, yeah, everything about that. So let's talk about that. And then, yeah, let's just have a general chat. Because like I said, you know, if I could not ask, I'm sure, look, it could be a better view than what I'm looking at right now. But I'm telling you right now, I'm just looking at a glorious view outside the windows because it looks like where I am in the Hilton, it's like a corner suite. So there's multiple windows that look out, including, I just have to, actually, yeah, I'll talk about that in a second, but there's a Six Spa that I haven't been in yet that has a fucking window out to the city. Just saying. But anyway, let's talk about today and let's just have a chat, or I'll just have a chat and you'll listen. And you know what? I'm loving being in this room. I don't think maybe it could be the soundproofing in this room, which is probably very likely, but I can hear, I have headphones on. So if you want a visual, while I'm recording this audio, I have headphones on so I can hear what I sound like. I sound really good. I think it could be the soundproofing in this room. Does that mean I now have to live in the Hilton? Does that mean I have to reside in the Hilton from now on to have this amazing sound? This could, yeah, we might have to talk, Hilton. I don't know. It could be a thing. Anyway, let me just have a quick sip of my drink. Drink break. It's right next to me, by the way. I'm just going to have a sip. I will talk about that too. I will tell you what I'm drinking and I'll explain it. But anyway, let's talk about my day first because I'm getting distracted. First of all, my day. So, got up at 4:30. I don't believe it. I don't know. I don't even know how I'm still awake, to be honest. Got up at 4:30 a.m. If you know me at all, I declare my name's Amanda and I'm not a morning person, all right. I wanted to get up early because A, I wanted to give myself plenty of time to get ready. B, I knew I had to look half decent, so I put makeup on and try as I might, and I can't help myself, I just can't put on makeup quickly. I just can't do it. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter if I just use Chanel water tint and like a bit of mascara. Somehow, half an hour's gone and the time is running out. It doesn't matter. I didn't use water tint today, but look, let's just say that I put makeup on because, I was coming to Sydney. I was doing a presentation. I was going to our Sydney office at my workplace. It's a very different vibe to where I work in my normal location. Yeah, so there's all of that and all of the above. So got up early, dusty as fuck. And actually, no, I lie. I wasn't that dusty, believe it or not. I went to bed, I think 10:30-ish the night before. So I'm surprised I wasn't dusty. I actually didn't feel that dusty, which is amazing. Got up. I had my bag packed the previous night, which I wanted to do in anticipation of packing all my podcast gear. And I'm surprised actually that I got it in my travel bag reasonably well, believe it or not. I would say to you, if I was to do this podcast traveling moving forward, I'd have to have a podcast bag and a normal bag, only because I was very careful to make sure that all my precious items, such as my Rode Procaster 2, my laptop, and my microphone and PSA Plus arm, Rode arm, weren't damaged in any way. So PSA 1 Plus arm weren't damaged in any way. They arrived safely and so I packed it all up. I was prepared, got up early, put on my makeup. I had an outfit already picked out. I had it sitting there. May I say to you, even with getting up at 4:30 a.m. in the morning, my anticipated leave time was 6. I think I went like 15 minutes over that. So, lots of round. I'm going to do it a lot.
Yeah, all right. Woo! Yes.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to celebrate that shit, right? So, I was pretty lucky that, not lucky, what am I saying? I wasn't lucky. I wasn't too late leaving. I was prepared. I had everything packed, ready to go. Yeah, so there was that. There was a bit of traffic coming into the city. Wasn't too bad. Had issues with my GPS. Fuck Google Maps. I don't know what you were doing. Wasn't cloudy, but it was trying to lead me astray. I don't know what was happening. Anyway, I kind of know the route, so it was fine. I got to here, the Hilton, where I am right now, at a reasonable time, which was great. I booked in. I'd already paid for the accommodation previously. So anticipating that, my room wouldn't be ready, yada, 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 and I'd come back later after I finished work. Couldn't believe it. I don't know what was happening, but my room was ready. What? Maybe because I'm in a city suite. I don't know. But it was ready. So I was actually able to bring up my bags, go to the loo, freshen up, then head off to my work. Like I said, in the city, this is not the normal location that I work in. Completely different to what I would normally work in. It's like, I don't know how to, I know if you experience this, if you are, first of all, you're employed in a corporate position. Would I say I'm in a corporate position? Kind of. Yeah, probably. Yeah, city and where I normally, I wouldn't say I'm in the country, but it's light and day. It's like night and day, not light and day, night and day. In regards to workplaces, the city is just the city. There's a shit ton of people. It's not bedlam, but it's busy and it's energetic and it's full of life and there's lots of noise and smells and traffic and bodies and I don't know. It's just, and the building itself, it's a gorgeous building. And, yeah, it's, like for where I normally go to work, I'm on like a certain level, and in the city it's like twice the level up in the city. And I booked my desk and I arrived at a reasonable time, which was fantastic. Had a gorgeous view because I had sat at that desk previously, so I knew that it was a great desk to sit at. Didn't know anyone, was kind of surrounded by a couple of people, kept to myself because, I knew I'd have a busy day because, my work day was going to be busy. And I also knew that I had a presentation at 3:30 in the afternoon. So it is something I've kind of talked about briefly. I haven't talked about what the presentation wasn't about, and I don't know if you really want to know or not, but yeah, it was part of a particular program that I was nominated for, and very grateful to be nominated, to be honest. And yeah, the two previous sessions were like workshops basically, and this one was then an actual presentation in front of general managers of my employer. So to say that I was fucking nervous, I luckily I wasn't alone in this presentation. I did do the presentation with 4 other people who are employed by my employer, and I'm not saying who that is, who my employer is, because I'm mindful that someone may listen to this podcast who works with me, and I shouldn't be talking about who my employer is. So I'm being very diplomatic. Anyway, and for privacy, of course. Anyway, I did the presentation with 4 other people who I don't work with them normally. I met them through this particular program. I could say to you, all of them, great people in their own way. I was actually, for me, I suppose I was super nervous because I had to talk in front of people, which even though I'm doing a podcast right now and I'm talking and I love talking and in communication, and I'm a communicator really, verbal, or I don't know what, is there other stuff? Yes, there is. It was intimidating. There's communicating and talking into a microphone in the Hilton on your own, and you can control everything. There's a very different level when you're in a room, a corporate meeting room, And it's a large room and there's multiple general managers there who you've never met before, and one kind of looks familiar. And you have the person who run the program as well, and you're with people that you kind of know but you don't really, and you're presenting something that basically you did on the fly. Yeah, it was a lot. But in saying that, it was my responsibility, which I was happy to do actually, which I'm proud of as well, the actual look of the the look of the presentation, in the sense of what it looked like creatively. And I really liked it. I was very happy with it. And it looked really good as well, live on a massive screen, PowerPoint presentation that is. And we did a bit of a dry run this morning in a quick meeting, and I know everyone like myself was nervous. And what we did is this afternoon, even though we were all nervous, we did the presentation and we fucking owned it. We all did. And can I say that each one of us, because there's five, like I said, there's five, we all very different, all different places or areas that we work in regards to my employer. We never met before this particular program. We did the presentation. We fucking smashed it. We all had our own points of view, but together we were, what's the word, synchronized really, or there's another word that comes to mind, but I can't really say it. It's in my mind, but it's not coming out. But yeah, we were very synchronized in how we presented our part, so we kind of split it up. And yeah, for a moment there when I was talking, one of the general managers asked us a question and I answered, and I looked over and I'm like, and I know this sounds cheesy and it's not really that exciting, but I looked over and I saw the presentation and I created that. I created that. And yeah, proud as punch, mate. Proud as punch that I did that. And yeah, I've just made four, well, I don't know if they're friends, but I've just got to learn and have an insight of four other colleagues that I work with that I never would have met before. And yeah, I'm super proud of them. They did a great job. And for people I've never met before, they supported me and I supported them, and there was just this unwritten thing. It was great. I don't know. So I've actually got a couple of days off now, and I know when I go back, I'm definitely going to give some feedback to say, I give some, reach out to these four people and just really thank them for stepping up. But I'm also going to thank the people who created the program, because, like I said in the actual presentation, if this program wasn't in existence, I never would have met these people. And I would never have learnt or had some of the really in-depth, knowledgeable conversations with people that I would never come across in normal work life. And yeah, I just truly appreciate it, and just the sense of pride I had today in myself and the level of confidence. I mean, I wouldn't say I was scared shitless, but there was a level of anxiousness. I think maybe because I was more excited because, there was a lead up to it, and, I created the presentation, etc. And I know the team that I normally work with, there was some really positive comments as well, which was, truly lovely. And yeah, it was just, I suppose what I'm trying to get at is things like this where when you look back on, an achievement that you never thought you would ever do and the sense of achievement and wonderment that you have with that, for me, it's just like, mate, I did that. And it really wasn't a lot. And then it's kind of like, mate, what else can I do? Do you know what I mean? It was a glorious day. Like, it was just a glorious day in general. The sun was shining. It was a beautiful day, by the way, in Sydney. The presentation went really well, even though it was at the end of the day. My room is amazing. I'm proud that I actually set up my podcast outside of the forge. And yeah, I just had a crack of a day, and I just wanted to share that because I suppose the lesson, if I want to call it that, the lesson of today in regards to my work and, decisions that I have recently made about, where I want to move forward, etc., is I can do anything. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I should just try at least. I don't know. I never thought that I'd be like, and it's not even a lot. Do you know what I mean? In the scheme of shit, really, I'm not doing open heart surgery or anything like that. In the scheme of shit, I don't know. It was challenging. It made me a little bit anxious. I was a little bit afraid and wasn't quite sure. And it's funny too because I never had a sense of not thinking that anyone else would be shit either, which was, when I think about it, it's another thing that I really appreciate about the four other people that I did the presentation with, because I never had at any given time a sense that one of them was going to drop out or one of them was going to bomb, or, one was on the edge. I won't lie, one was a little bit, and I think it's more, that's just who she is, but I never had a sense that they weren't going to follow through. And I'd never met these people. You know what I mean? It was just amazing. I don't know, a snapshot in a life lesson that, yeah, it's just really intriguing to me because, yeah, it's about, I suppose it comes back to trusting people, doesn't it? Because I don't know these people at all and I didn't even have any concerns. I just knew they would be okay. And it was, and they were each one of them were amazing in this presentation. Off the cuff, they just answered stuff and they were professional and they knew what they were talking about, and together we made an amazing presentation. So yeah, I was just thinking back on it, and I remember when it was over, and because it was like literally the presentation, because like we were last, there was 4 groups in total, we were the 4th group. Late in the afternoon, the GMs had already heard 3 other presentations, the same subject, but everyone, I don't know what the other one, we purposely didn't go to the other presentations because we were all nervous. And we all agreed as a team not to go to the other ones because we didn't want to hear what the other people had to say. Not because we weren't supportive, but more because we just didn't want to be any more nervous than we already were. And I was like, yep, I'm down with that. Even though in one I did kind of want to go, I'm glad I didn't actually. It was like a clean, there was no already preconceived notions of how it was going to go. And, as these kind of things do that, you build shit up in your mind. And I knew we only had like 10 to 15 minutes. It was over and done with so quickly. And even with like a bit of, technical difficulties, which, it delivered. Yeah, luckily Bree, who is a person who was assisting, who was one of the people, who's one of the trainers. Yeah, it was she helped out as well with this technical issue in air brackets. Yeah, it just went smoothly and it was great and I felt comfortable. And even though I was nervous, I felt comfortable. And when I left, I don't know, it's like, when you do something that, not that you conquer, but something that is challenging for you or makes you feel awkward, and then you have that sense of achievement and then you just feel like you're walking on air. That's what I felt like. So it was great. So yeah, left there, came back to my room, got some supplies, as in some sugar-free drinks to go with my drink, which I'll talk about in a second. And then finally washed the makeup on my face, which was glorious because I felt hot and yucky. And just farted around and then just went out and had some dinner and, then basically settled in to do this podcast and have a chat with you all. Drink break. I know that was random, but I did a quick drink. Yeah, so let's talk about the drink. You may or may not recall that I did talk about that I wasn't drinking alcohol. I also mentioned that in my last podcast, like I said, I was already thinking about having a drink today. And I'm like, why am I having a drink? And I'm like, why am I so concerned about it? I'm not going to suddenly start drinking and then go off the handle and lose my shit. So I decided last night I went out and I went to the gym. I grabbed some dinner. While I was out as well, I thought, I'll get petrol. So I was prepared for today and didn't have to think about doing it in the morning. And B, I bought myself a drink. Bought myself some tequila. I bought myself 818 tequila. I don't know if you know what this is. I'm just going to quickly look it up on Google. Give me a second. Now, I'll move I can actually move my microphone, by the way. It just feels weird because I'm in a different place. I'm going to look up the alcohol. 818 tequila. I don't know if you know if this rings a bell to you. It is, opening it up. Oh, what? Apparently I have to put my date of birth in. You know what my date of birth is. 818 is Kendall Jenner's tequila, by the way. Well, I don't know if she owns it or not. I couldn't give a shit, but oh, look at that. I thought I wanted to try it actually because, not that I'm a tequila connoisseur, but I wanted to try it. So I thought, fuck it, I will. Bought the 818 Tequila Blanco. Apparently there's 3 other ones. There's Reposado, Anjou. Is that how you say it? Anjou? Anjou or Anjou? Anejo. And then 8 Reserve, and it's like in the shape of an 8. I hate to think how much that's going to cost. Let's have a look. Does not tell me. Let me see. 8 Reserve, it's called. It's got pretty sure the bottle is in the shape of an 8. Price, here we go. It is, oh shit. I don't have this one, by the way. But this 8, which is was like the top of the range one, it's $356. What? Shit. The one I'm drinking was $100. Just so you know, it was 99. Yeah, it was 99. Which is pretty much 100. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, fuck you, Kendall. It's quite nice. I didn't think it wasn't going to be I didn't think it was going to be awful. 818 Blanco, sweet agave and vanilla with undertones of tropical and citrus fruit. I don't know about that. Body and colour, brilliant platinum light body. Aroma, lemongrass, mild floral elements, chamomile and light minerality. Finish, ultra smooth with a bright and crispy finish. Notes of almond, key, lime pie and toasted cake. Really? I don't know about all this. What makes it special? It's roasted in oak barrels for a fresh vanilla roundness. I don't know about that, to be honest, but I can tell you, mate, it's a good drop. When I say fuck you, Kendall, fuck you. Did I think she'd make a shit tequila? I don't know. When I say to you it's bloody good, maybe you should try it. But yes, I highly recommend it. 818 Tequila Blanco. So yeah, I decided to buy a tequila. And I'm glad I did, because I can say to you now, tonight, I'm sitting here in the Hilton drinking 818 tequila, living my best life. And it's great. And I'm loving it. What else have I got to talk about? So, yeah, there was that, because like I said, I wasn't drinking and now I've just had some tequila. So now you're like, Amanda, what are you doing? Not going off the rails, and no, I'm not an alcoholic, so calm down. I'm just having a drink. What else can I talk about? So I do have a late checkout, which is great. Tomorrow morning I'm going to venture out and maybe do a little bit of shopping. I'm not going to buy a lot because I'm mindful of financial means. And then, yeah, I'll just trace back home to my home base and the forge. And yeah, life will go on. But yeah, I'm gonna have to ruminate on today, because like I said, the sense of achievement, and I actually also bumped into someone as well who used to work with, well, I still work with this person, but they work in a different area, and I worked with this person for some time, and it was great to see them on the street, random. And I literally talked to them yesterday, random. Yeah, it was great to see them as well. Yeah, I had a great day. And you know, when you have a great day like this and you have a sense of achievement about something, may it be going to the gym or smashing your presentation or sticking to a plan, or I don't know, I could go on about all the things that people achieve. Yeah, I have to bottle this, bottle the feeling and remember, and apply it to other things. And, yeah, have that as a motivational tool to continue doing some of the things that I want to do in the future. And even with this as well, it was funny because, like I said, about a month ago, I thought about, I'm going to do this. And, you know, on Instagram, I've been alluding to it. And I, you know, had it all planned and what that was going to look like. And, yeah, and then literally, I don't know, I think it was sometime yesterday or last night, I was fucking tired. I'd been to the gym, and by the time work was done and dusted and I'd done that and gone to the shops, etc., I was buggered. And I knew I had to pack my bag, and I did the washing up anyway. You know, I don't know why I'm telling you all this, but I was just buggered, and I'm like, do I really want to do this? As in, do I really want to pack up all my podcast gear and do a podcast where I could just, you know, have a great day and then just relax and leave it at that? And I'm like, no. And at one point, even today, I'm like, why am I fucking overachieving this? Why am I overachieving? And I'm like, it's not even about that. It's like, I don't know. I was motivated, and a creative mindset of just creating, and I really wanted to do it and see if I could do it. And yeah, there was a moment like I said last night, I'm like, I really can't be bothered packing all this shit. And it's not even that difficult. I think I was more concerned about packing sensitive electronic equipment and worrying about, people moving my bag and damaging such sensitive recording equipment. Yet I have it had it wrapped in towels, and I have boxes, and it all fitted in my bag. And like I said, I may in the future I need 2 bags to do this kind of shit, because now I'm like, you know what? I need to do a podcast in Melbourne. And I love Melbourne. I've only been there once, and I really want to go there again. So I'm like, maybe I need to do a solo trip. Maybe I need to go to Melbourne. Maybe I need to do a podcast series from there. Or even do a podcast in Japan. Oh shit. I may need to sort that out. I don't know what that would look like, but that would be amazing. And yeah, I sit here and I thought, like I said, that moment last night, I'm like, I'm too tired. I don't want to do this. And I sit here now, I'm like, fuck, I'm glad I just packed it. It wasn't that bad. Like literally a laptop, a Rode Procaster 2, some headphones, a microphone, a mouse. Wasn't that bad. But yeah, and yes, there was some setting up, yada, yada, yada. But I sit here now, and like I said, I'm looking out this fucking window out into the city, and it's dark, and the bright lights are just illuminating, not ruminating, they might be. They're illuminating, and it's just like a vision, and I don't know, something about it, the city just... Yeah, I can nearly cry. It just makes me happy. Anyway, yeah, it's great. So, yeah, might have to, I was going to say unfortunately, but maybe fortunately, think about, are there periods where I can take the tequila hour on the road and, do recordings from Melbourne or from Japan? Because, yeah, it wasn't that difficult, and yeah, I'm loving doing this tonight. So, yeah, there's that. What else can I talk about? Where do I go from here? So, had a great day, conquered some shit, feeling like the shit tonight. Where do I go from here? So, let's talk about my life. I have talked about changing work in the sense of not changing my employer, but changing the team that I work within, which has been a difficult decision, but a decision that I have made. I have to say I'm not frustrated, but kind of perplexed that it hasn't happened yet. I'm not as powerful to think that I'm suddenly just going to apply for a role and get it, but kind of am. It may take some time to move, yet I, just even using today as an example, know that there's so much more I can do and have the confidence that I can do that. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's one thing. I'm actually very happy with the progression of my exercise. So every day I've been exercising. I mean, today I didn't go to, I said, let's say every day I've been exercising, then today I didn't, but I've done a lot of walking today. From where I'm staying right now to my employer's building and back was enough. I probably could have done more, to be honest. Maybe I'm using an excuse, but I probably am. I'm very... At the moment, I'm pleased with my level of dedication around that. I can see that it's actually cementing into a habit that I want it to become, including my food as well and my relationship with food and what I'm eating. I can see that's changing as well and has changed in the last couple of months. And, yeah, finally, just me as a person as well. It's kind of like... I don't know. I feel like I've changed a lot. Like I said on Sunday when I did that podcast about forgiveness and the level of, I don't know, I just had this, not an epiphany. That's not really what it was, but I don't know. It was just a feeling that I had, and it was like a mind shift. And then on Monday, I felt different. And I am aware that, yeah, I have the ability to do that with the assistance of others. And yeah, I can do that. So all I can say is I'm really looking forward to what the future brings. I'm looking forward to being patient and waiting for the right work opportunity to come along, being proactive though, and reaching out to those who might be able to assist with that journey and what I want it to look like, with the confidence to know that I can do that. And yeah, and then just also the confidence with what I do have now though as well, and acknowledging that, so that, I can, afford to stay here at the Hilton in the city suite and look at this phenomenal view. And, I went and had ramen for dinner, and I was sitting there, and this is a little ramen restaurant that's not far from the Hilton, which I love, and it's hectic, and it's, I can only imagine that, it's what it may be. It's just a taste of what it might be like in Japan. And yeah, the ramen was amazing, and I had a different type, and I'm looking forward to going to Japan and what that looks like. And yeah, it was, and just the sense of empowerment I had or even feel right now, just, being in this place and in this moment and feeling comfortable and having the means to do that. And yeah, it's just overall it's a sense of achievement. And yeah, I'm feeling it. Yep. I'm feeling it.
Yeah. All right. Yes.
I told you I was going to use that. I told you I was going to use that smash pad a lot, and I'm going to. What the other thing is, I've realised after being in this position where I'm sitting right now and I'm moving my microphone, and it may or may not be weird sounding, is I think I need to change my setup in the forge. Because I'm loving this kind of laid back, table down the bottom, me in a cool chair. I need to get a sweet lounge chair, and literally this microphone moves, which I already know this. Clearly didn't take advantage of it as much as I could. The PS1 Plus Rode, now I'm banging it. Settle down. Microphone arm is movable. Extends. I could set up the forge to have a sweet, not reclining chair, but more of a comfy chair, which lends into an aesthetic about certain podcasts where I watch, where they're sitting in kind of cool chairs with little tables. And I mean, you don't see any of the shit. You don't see the Rode Procaster 2 or the laptop that's, recording or any of the other audio equipment that you have. Literally, I stopped recording and came back because there was a knock at my door, and it was room service, and they had all these little dessert things for free. I'm like, what? I'm like, thank you, because I heard a knock, and then they were knocking. I'm like, is there someone knocking? And I just smashed two of them, and now I'm full, full as a googie. Oh, did I smash two? No, I smashed three. Little, is it petit fleur? Is that what they're called? Petit fleur? I don't know. Anyway, I could be making that up. Anyway, tiny little bite-sized pastry thingies or dessert thingies. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Anyway, yeah, what was I talking about? I don't even know what I was talking about anymore. But yeah, like I said, I'm just Now I'm making weird noises because I kind of inhaled it too quickly. I'm just in a really good place, and it gives me foresight and courage to go, you can do more than what you're doing now, and you can have the confidence to do those things and see what happens and what the outcomes are. And so I'll have to think about that in reference to do a podcast in Melbourne. Like I said, I've only been there once before, and I don't know, it's it had my heart. It's a cool city. Something about it, I don't know what it was, but instantly I felt like, yep, this is my place. I mean, I love, I'm not going to lie, I love Sydney, where I am right now. I love Sydney. But Melbourne, completely different vibe, mate. And I was feeling it. So I did say as soon as I left that I had to go back there again. So I will do that. And I seriously need to think about doing a podcast down there because, mate, if this is the feeling of doing a podcast outside the forge, then maybe it needs to happen. Maybe I need to do that. So, and Japan, that's something else in its entirety. Every time I see, because like I've mentioned, I watch a lot of YouTube, and I know in the next couple of days I'm really going to draw out a bit of a plan of, not a plan of attack, but a plan of places I would like to go and stuff we need to do to get there. I could just see, I haven't mentioned this, but I could just see myself living there. I don't know, something about Japan. I don't know if it's like a past life experience. I know this is weird, but now I'm getting weird. But it's something about it that it captures me. Like Egypt used to it still does actually. Egypt does capture me. But something about Japan, I don't know, mate. I cannot wait to go away. And when I watch YouTube videos about Japan and, different things you can do and Mount Fuji and Tokyo and there's so much. So much I could talk about. The sashimi. God, imagine how much sashimi I can eat in Japan. Like a ton. Just live off sashimi and nothing else. And ramen. So sashimi, ramen. The end. And I'm done. Just sitting here going, mate, do a podcast in fucking Japan, mate. Shit, why not? It would be epic, eh? It's epic now, sitting here in this glorious room in Sydney, the Hilton, doing a podcast. Love it. Anyway, I really don't have much more to talk about. I think I'm now full from eating those little cake things and still in slight shock and awe that someone at 10:17, it's now 10:17, but someone at 10-something o'clock was, and I got champagne too, by the way, which I'm not going to drink because I think I've drunk it once before and it's not that good, but and I've got tequila. Getting sidetracked. Knocking at my door at 10 o'clock at night with little baby desserts. I'm just like, what? And champagne, what? That's the Hilton. Why I love it. So I might actually sign off. We're nearly at an hour. I am inspired, not aspired. I'm aspired. I'm inspired, not expired or aspired. God, I didn't realise there was so many versions of that word. Now I'm saying it. Now I'm getting lost. I'm inspired to record another podcast tomorrow. Like I mentioned just earlier, I do have a late checkout. I'll spit it out. A late checkout. as part of what was that? I don't know. As part of this booking, it was like an offer to have late checkout, so I will be taking advantage of that. So tomorrow, what does tomorrow look like? Tomorrow probably will wake up early, even though I don't really want to. I know when I've stayed in Sydney before, because I did stay those 2 times when most recently. Well, I've stayed here a couple of times actually, but in the last couple of months because I just love it, that I usually wake up really early without even trying. It doesn't matter if I have all the blinds closed. It doesn't matter if I set an alarm or don't. I mean, I think one time I did because I knew I wanted to leave really early. Tomorrow I don't need to because I'm not working tomorrow. I've actually got the next couple of days off. Oh, excuse me, I just yawned. That's a sign. Yeah, I purposely took a couple of days off in line with today because, yeah, I just wanted to have a break. And I know moving or projecting forward that I will be busy in the next couple of weeks as well. So it was a great time to just take a couple of days and have some Amanda time. So, yes, I do have a late checkout, which means I will have a little adventure tomorrow as part of the package that I have here at the Hilton. Breakfast is included, which is very nice. So I'll wander down. Oh, excuse me, I have to yawn again. Wander down and have some delicious breakfast. And then I will probably, fart around and shit. And then I will venture out, and there is something I want to buy in particular. What I might do is I mightn't tell you what that particular thing is because I think the other day I did a podcast and I scrapped it. I think it was because of the sound, actually. And it'll be interesting to see how this sounds because, like I said, the sound, while I'm sitting here hearing it back in my headphones, mate, like I said, I might need to do all my podcasts from the Hilton, from the Hilton C-suite. No, I'm sure they won't mind if I just say, look, I can give you free advertising and you can allow me to do my podcasts here every week and I stay here every week and it doesn't cost me anything. Do you think they will agree to that? Let's ponder that. Maybe not. No. Yes, what I will do is I'll have a delicious breakfast in the morning. Like I said, it's very likely, highly likely that I'll be up at the crack of dawn because, as you may recall, I was up at 4:30 this morning. So it's highly likely that that may happen because, different bed, yada, yada, yada. Got up early, I've been getting up early, yada, yada, yada. So that could highly likely happen that I wake up early. Go and have a delicious breakfast in the old, the glass brazier. Is that? No. I don't know. I was going to say brazier. No, I think it's brazier. Restaurant. Now I'm getting fancy. Yes, I'll have that. Probably come back to the room, or not probably will. Come back to the room, fart around. I will go out. What I'm trying to lead into, because I've lost my train of thought because I'm getting sleepy, is I have a particular item that I want to look and purchase. Hopefully, if I look at it and I like what it is, I will purchase it or its, or more than one. And then I will come back and report to you what that looks like. So I might do another podcast because A, the sound is so fucking good in here, and B, because, mate, why not? Because I'm enjoying it very much. But anyway, we are over an hour. After editing, we might just call it a day. I'm getting tired because I've yawned 3 times in how many minutes? So I've had a big day. So let's end it here. And I just want to say, as always, thank you to those who do listen to this podcast. I've said it a trillion times. I'll say it again. Love that you listen. Would love your feedback. This is my passion, mate. This is it. This is my passion. I'm loving it. And I look forward to doing a podcast in Japan. And I look forward to doing another podcast here in the Hilton. And I look forward to doing another podcast in the Forge. And many more in there. And Melbourne. And just many podcasts in the future with you, with me. And yeah, thank you. So if you want to contact me anytime, you can. My email address is info@thetequilahour.com.au. You can listen to this podcast by many streaming platforms, including Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And if you do listen to my podcast on those platforms, love you to give it a 5-star review. I do primarily use Instagram as my, social media outlet. And I do have the Tequila Hour Instagram handle and the _1_Amanda page as well. And that also coincides with the 2 accounts that I have on YouTube. Anyway, like I said, if you ever want to reach out to me and have a chat, you might want to be on this podcast with me. We could do that. Let's do that. And let's just have a chat. And yeah, I'll leave it there today. And thank you. And I will catch you on the next one. See ya. Bye.
Like you don't even try. I used to wonder why, but now I'm left with no more tears to cry. I know that life can be busy, love, but you make time for the ones you love.